Actually, flip your hand upside down.
I am officially home and I do have a package coming in today. It's nothing for the truck, it's not truck parts, but it is for the channel. I ordered a couple of things to just help me with recording some stuff and camera angles and things like that, but I'm not gonna make it wait until it does get here. What I got was suction cup mounts, and I got ones that are beefy enough to hold my camera. They're beefy enough to hold a DSLR and a mirrorless camera on the outside of a vehicle or on one of the windows on the inside, so that I can just set it up and have it going and be focused on driving and not have one of my hands consumed with the camera to record while I'm driving. Also to use them to get better shots outside the truck and stuff like that. I don't know how much I'll strap my good camera to that stuff, and when I get a new camera I don't think I will strap it to that stuff, but I am going to definitely be getting some GoPro cameras and using those for exterior shots. So having the suction cup mounts is just one step in that direction. Now all I have to do is order the GoPros and we'll be all set to do that. Be able to get some good banging shots of the truck and doing fun things with it from the outside, and just change things up and get better camera angles, do some stuff differently with the vlogs. 5 things I hate about my Cummins. Let's go. Number 1, I do not like that it has an 8-foot bed on it. I really wanted to get a short bed truck, extended cab short bed, but I just could not find one, and I needed to pull the trigger on something so that we could get moved into the new house and all that stuff. But I really was trying to hold out to get an extended cab short bed, and everything that I came across that fit that criteria just wasn't in good condition. The body was rough, the frame was rough, so I just happened to come across this here, and I liked the red color on it. Other things checked out. I knew it was gonna need some work, so we pulled the trigger on this and ended up with an 8-foot bed. Not to say that we can't get a short bed here in the future, but for now we are rocking this 24 valve with the 8-foot bed, extended cab, so we can fit the kids in it. I hate how sometimes the truck feels like it's falling flat on its face. It doesn't always feel responsive when I'm getting into the throttle and pressing the throttle down like it should. So when I lay into it, sometimes it goes and stuff, but the engine just sounds like it's revving up and trying to go faster than the truck itself is. Now I don't know if this is a problem due to the VP44 going out on the truck and it just not getting the proper amount of fueling, or I don't know if it is a problem that can be pinpointed to the torque converter in the transmission. The transmission shifts fine and it shifts great when it shifts. There's no like odd signs with the tranny at all, but I think that the torque converter may be acting up and acting a little funny, so we may have to look at replacing that, and that's just all there is to it. I guess we're gonna go the VP44 route first and see if that does anything and see if that fixes it, and if it doesn't, then we'll be looking to get a torque converter and putting that in the truck, which I will not do. I probably will have a shop do that. We are gonna be changing the transmission fluid filter and trying to get into adjusting the bands here in the near future, so you can look out for that video coming at you soon. I absolutely dislike the fact that the previous owner or owners of this truck never put gauges in it. I wish that they would have put gauges in it or known the importance of the gauges, and here I'm a hypocrite because I've had the truck for however many months now and I still haven't put gauges in, but that is going to be coming soon because it's driving me nuts not having them, and I really just wish that there was gauges in the truck. I hate the tow mirrors that I put on here. These are a 3rd gen style tow mirror. They're power, heated, all that good stuff. Don't get me wrong, I like those features, and I like the fact that the tow mirrors are on here because considering when I bought the truck there was no tow mirrors. I did buy these and I did put these on as soon as I got the truck. That was the first modification that I did to the truck, but they aren't like a higher end tow mirror. They're a little bit cheaper and stuff like that, and when I got them, one of them didn't operate properly. When I would try to adjust it, it wouldn't adjust in one direction, so I ended up getting more money off of them and getting them even cheaper, but they've completely since gone to shit, and I can't hardly fold them in without wrestling them and really forcing them to the point where they feel like they're gonna break, and they don't adjust hardly at all in any direction now. So I would not recommend the ones that I got, and these ones will be getting taken off the truck here very soon, and we will be putting on, I believe, a 4th gen style. If I can find a good heated power 4th gen tow mirror, then we're gonna do that on the truck instead. I really don't like the fact that the seat does not have the little storage compartment underneath. I really wanted that in the truck that I got, but I was not able to find one that had that feature, unfortunately. So instead, I have a bunch of stuff just loosely floating around underneath the seat, and that is on my list of things to do hopefully this summer, is to maybe fabricate or build something that could be used as a storage unit underneath the rear seat. But I believe only the ones that were set up with a tow package came with that little underseat storage in the back. Correct me if I'm wrong. And they also came with a rear sway bar, which my truck does not have. So clearly this one didn't have a tow package from the factory, and I really wish that it did have that underseat storage, because it would make things a hell of a lot neater and nicer inside the truck, so I didn't have a bunch of loose tools and shit like that floating around in here. But it is what it is, and we can always work around it. I'm sure I can always find one on eBay or something and buy one, install it into the truck, or just, like I said, build something. And one other thing, I don't even know if this is 5 because I wasn't really paying attention. This might be the 5th, but I don't know. Maybe I just can't count because I only have 4 fingers now. But the last thing I'm gonna say about the truck that I dislike at the moment right now is the dashboard. Now, if you look at the dashboard, it doesn't really have any cracks in it, and that's because they put one of the previous owners put one of those dash covers over it. So you can buy a shell that you can put over the dashboard in these 2nd gen trucks, and it will make the dash new again. But whoever installed this in the truck did a really terrible job and did not do it right at all. So it is kind of like poking up and peeling in some areas, and my dash the dash cluster around the console and stuff here is all busted up and broken. So we do need to do some repairs to the dashboard hopefully this summer. It's not really at the top of my list, but it does drive me nuts because the dash cover on this truck just squeaks and bounces up and down like crazy when you're driving down the road, and it drives me insane. But that is all for the things that I dislike about the 24 valve Cummins as of right now. Like I said, we will do another video with some other things, because there's things that I like and dislike, but I don't want to pile it all into one video and make the video super long and boring. So we'll split it up and we'll go over some different things at different times. But that's it for now. If you guys like this video, give me a thumbs up. Luckily, I still have a thumb to stick up in the air and show that I'm liking stuff. Today was a crazy day, cutting the finger with a table saw, and just drop a like on the video for me today. If any day, today's the day to do it, please. And if you're stopping in for the first time, hit that subscribe button, because we got plenty of stuff coming with my 24 valve Cummins. This spring and summer, we are going to be doing work with it, and hopefully having some fun with it once we get some things worked out and get some of these little issues, minor tweaks figured out. We'll be good to go. So hit the subscribe button, join in on the family, and I will see you guys in the next video. Peace! Well guys, not one of my finest moments, but I literally just lopped off the tip of my finger in a table saw, so I just drove to the ER right now. I'm about to go in and get this thing taken care of. I'll bring you guys in and we'll try to get as much footage as we can, kind of see what they do for some idiot who cuts their finger off with a table saw. Hey, let's go. Here we go.
Oh dear God. Well,
I might as well get a picture too.
cover it up. No,
I'm good, guys. I was just really trying to make sure I had a good pointer finger.
bend at this knuckle for me, like where I'm holding. Yeah. Good. Actually, flip your hand upside down. Yep. Bend here. Bend here. Bend there. Okay, so you feel like you're moving it normally?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, oh, I was trying to wiggle it the whole way here just to make sure.
It's still there?
My nails are this.
Yeah, can you feel me touching it?
Yep. That's pretty numb.
Yeah. Can you feel me touching this part over here?
Yep.
Yeah, but in there is numb.
Yeah, I'm just shocked.
And no other injury, everything else feels okay?
Yeah, yeah. I'm gonna have a slanted finger now. All right, so we are out of the hospital for now. You got to see what my fingertip looked like. Hey, hit that like button if you have ever done that with a saw, or you know anybody who has done it. If you know what that feels like, or know anybody who does know what that feels like. Honestly, it really didn't feel like anything at all. It's just clean cut right through it. But I know that these next few days, it's gonna hurt like a son of a gun, and it's gonna throb and stuff, so we just gotta keep it clean and let it start to heal up and stuff. And then once it heals, we'll show you what the finished product looks like. But I'm definitely gonna be missing part of my finger now, which sucks, but it is what it is. It's bound to probably happen at some point. You know, the way we do things with saws and stuff like that, we get comfortable, man, and we get in a mindset where that comfort overtakes us, and we push the limits and overstep our boundaries a little bit, and sure as shit, you know, something is gonna happen when you get in that comfort zone. So you always got to be on guard and on edge when you're working with a saw, whether it's a circular saw, a chop saw, a table saw, whatever it is, sawzall. You always got to be on edge and just be paying attention to your surroundings and mindful of where your hands and fingers are at all times, so that this hopefully won't happen to you. Let me be the crash test dummy and go through it for you, so that you don't have to experience it if you haven't already. And I was only in the emergency room for 2 hours, not even an hour and a half. That was pretty freaking good, man. They got me in and out pretty quick, so I'm pretty pumped about that. All right, time to hit the road. Woo!